Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. Lo and behold, I'm David B., the readings guy. And of course, just so you know, we'll be changing it up today. No inspirational quote, no interesting fun facts, and the reason being, I know I'm still down south on my vacation. That's not the reason. I'm not going to mention names, but somebody who used to have a show that on directly before this one contacted me and saying they wanted to come on the show today, and they were going to bring 2 other guests with them. Of course, now that we see it's 5:01, nobody showed up, but my trusty, the best artist again, east of the Rockies, is with me. To let them know who you are.
Leonardo da Vinci here. I'm Anthony Williams. I've been an artist about going on 30 years now. I've got murals all through the city, libraries, Loudon. I just love doing art. I have my own show, Art Expressions. I think I've got this is my 15th or 16th year.
Wow.
And I just love to paint. The older I get, the more I love doing it. It's kind of like a therapy. But I hope you watch my show. It's called Art Expression. I have, sometimes I do a demo. And then there's other times that I'll have a guest on. I think my next show is a demo. And you're all welcome aboard to come and watch me paint.
So when you say a demo, you mean like, we'll say to a demo, they're going to paint a fish. You tell them like how to line up things and stuff like that. Is
Yeah,
that what you
I'll
mean?
pick something like I've been working on this painting called
You need to be
City
clear.
Girl. And the people that I had on my last show, Joan Skill and her 9-year-old granddaughter, they were both impressive because Joan is self-taught and she's been waiting all her life to do this. Now she's retired and she had her 9-year-old granddaughter on who's starting to paint and very intelligent for 9 years old. And I can tell that if she keeps this up, this is going to be something that she'll be doing hopefully for her whole life. And Joan is, like I said, self-taught. And I was amazed at her work for somebody that's never really had a lesson. But I'm more for them because they are self-taught, as am I. I just didn't have the money or the time or whatever. So I just picked it up as a young child. Then I let it go, and then I brought it back about 20 plus years ago. I think the mid to late 90s was my starting point in doing murals. And anyway, Joan's husband said, Anthony, I hope that you still work on the City Girl for your next show, and that'll be my demo. And hopefully I'll have it finished because I want to bring on some paintings that I'm doing of the eclipse that we had, April 4th, I think it was. So that'll be...
Was it the 8th or was it the 8th?
Yeah, I think it was the 8th, yeah. Anyway, I also teach at the Senior Center here, Cash and Williams Senior Center, and I've got 2 students down there, and that's going to be their next project. They don't know it yet, but that's what we're going to be doing, is painting the eclipse. It was so beautiful, you know, from the time it started until the time that it was finished. My next door neighbor shot a bunch. He took the glasses that you could buy, hooked it up to his camera,
Cool.
and then he sent me the JPEGs with permission to paint them. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just awesome.
Did you get to see any of it
Yeah.
yourself?
There were 10 of us out in the backyard just sitting
Yeah.
there watching the whole thing, and I had my glasses on.
Uh-huh.
But it was
Nice.
just something to see. It's just incredible, Mother Nature, how beautiful it
sure
can
is, and how.
be, you know. So that's what will be happening on my show. And hopefully I'll be doing some murals this summer. I don't know, because spring hasn't got here yet. I want spring so bad.
I just had it for 10 days or whatever.
Yeah, down south in
Yeah.
Argentina.
It was wild. It was
I hope you
great.
took photographs.
I took a lot.
Did you?
Yeah, too bad I didn't know a way how to show them on the thing. I got tons of them.
Wow, that's good.
Tons of them.
Yeah, I just got off Facebook, and a friend of mine, Patty Hedeker, who's a writer, and she did one painting. She's been on Cruising with Mary. She sent me some photographs that were taken by professional photographers in Iceland.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe, this goes on every year. It's, the sky is, it's just so beautiful. It's just a swirl of
Oh, the Northern
colors.
Lights.
Something like that, but
Yeah.
it's not the Northern Lights, but it's I can't remember what it was called, stratospheric something, but it happens every year. But the colors were swirled and mixed together, pinks and purples, yellows, gold, all by nature. It's just beautiful.
Did you ever see the Northern Lights?
Just photographs. Just
I
photographs.
saw it one time. This is the strangest thing. It's when I was living out in Springfield, Mass.
Yeah.
So I had left, my aunts, my uncle, and my cousin in Everett. And I'm driving back to Springfield, and it was after you get where the Pike splits, you go to the right to 84 to go to New York City, and then you stay to the left and to continue on to Springfield, and it drops down to 2 lanes. Well, I don't know which one, but then after that, it gets pretty hilly because, you start hitting the hills or the mountains, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm going up to the crest of this one hill, and it wasn't too much before Palmer, Mass. I always remember it. And I just happened to look off to my, to my right in the windshield, and I remember I pulled the car over. I don't know how to explain it. It was like bouncing light.
Yeah.
It was like bouncing light. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And I watched that for, I don't know, just a couple of minutes because it was just incredible. Like, Mother Nature really is
Yeah, it
beautiful. But it was, and that's what it was. It was like all swirling and bouncing.
Oh, wow. Nothing like color. I mean, but if I had the money to travel all over, as a kid, I've always wanted to go to 2 places, Egypt and Africa. Africa, just to photograph the animals.
Yeah, but they might eat you there. Those
Well, you
animals.
just run fast.
Yeah. Or growl back.
It is, I admit, it's like I was talking about Howard Muscott, a member of the Manchester Artists Association. I've known Howard for years, and he just traveled to Africa last year, and he got some really good, very good photos of lions and elephants and just everything. And I said to Howard, it's like, well, how do you, when you photograph lions, he said, he stopped me and he goes, you be very careful because they're fast. And if they don't want you on their turf, they can run 35 miles an hour and they're going to get you.
Well, I think I was just reading a week or 2 ago, and I guess they went over there for the hunt, though. It was either a lion or a tiger, and got them.
Good.
And then, of course, naturally, God forbid, don't blame the guy for disturbing their home. It's, they blame the tiger for going after the guy.
Somebody was telling me, and I believe it, that most of the people, and there's a lot of people killed every year by hippos and lions. They're the most aggressive over there. And the reason that people get killed by these animals is because they want to get up. A lot of them used to work for National Geographic, and they want to get the closest to this animal, get the best photograph that they can.
Pardon me.
But when I was a kid, I looked at a hippo and I said, wow, that looks like a friendly animal.
I know.
But they're not. They can snap crocodiles right in half. They got a mouth opens up and you could crawl inside.
That's what I know.
Yeah,
It's
so
unbelievable.
It's cruel. They've all got to eat. But I was watching the film where the lions were chasing some gazelle or whatever's over there.
Yeah.
They looked like, I think they were gazelle. And
Yeah, with the curly cute thing.
yeah, so the lion caught two or three of them, pride chasing
Yeah.
them. And the rest got away. But as soon as the lions got the three, the gazelle stopped and started eating again. It's like they knew it was over.
Yeah.
It's nature. They knew that it was over, and the lions didn't chase them anymore. They got what they wanted. It's cruel. I hate to see an animal suffer like that. But, lions don't always win.
Well, that's true.
Water buffalo get them, hippos get them, poisonous snakes get them, hyenas, if they got 20 or 30 hyenas and there's only one lion.
Elephants.
Elephants will get them, rhinos will get them, That's another animal you don't want to mess with, is a rhino. God, they're huge. But, nature, it's as beautiful as it is scary sometimes, because, you wish these animals could all get along, and sometimes they do. But when they've got to eat and they're hungry,
That's it.
boy,
Exactly.
it's Mother Nature,
It sure is.
I learned a lot,
Yep.
like the black mamba. The
What's that?
Poisonous,
Black mamba.
It's one of the most poisonous snakes in the world. It's right under the cobra. It's
Wow.
called the black mamba. It's huge, and its bite. If you get bit by one and there's no way to get to a doctor, you're done.
And how long do you have? Once
Not-
you're bit, do you know?
Not very long. It didn't say exactly how long, but it said you should immediately be treated or you're going to die. Their
They-
poison is so strong that they can get away with it.
Yeah, but they don't have them in Manchester, do they?
No, they're in Africa only.
Oh,
Yeah, in New Hampshire, we have, believe it or not, no, we got the phone.
imagine. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. I'm the energy lady. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing fantastic, Energy Lady. How are you?
How was your trip?
Oh, Energy Lady, it was absolutely fantastic. It was unbelievable. What a city.
Where did you go?
I went to Buenos Aires.
Did you pick anything up?
I hope not.
No souvenirs for your cat?
Oh, no. No, he didn't know.
How come?
Because when I told him I was going away, I said I'll be back in 12 days. He got upset. So I said, all right, nothing for you. So when
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, and when I got back last night, of course he was glad to see me, but, he's like giving me that look, well, all right, come on, where is it? And I'm patting him. I said, no. I said, you're not getting anything. And he went after me, but it was amazing there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Did you pick anything up for yourself?
No.
No souvenirs? No crystal balls?
Nope. I didn't see any crystal balls, but you see a lot of people just set up shop on the sidewalk, And,
Oh, I see.
But I didn't see any crystal balls, but I was going to go back, and then, it's just magnificent down there. But I did go by people, they had different crystals and stuff. And I wanted to go
Oh,
back,
wow.
but, you forget about that, because then, you're sort of concentrating on this, and then this grabs your attention, and then you see something else that's jumping out at you, but it was just amazing.
He's only
That's
kidding
true, and you
you.
only have so much time.
Right,
He's only
yeah.
kidding you. He brought some bright orange sneakers and a cowboy hat down there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what did he do? Get out of jail?
No, he was dancing down on Elm Street last night.
Orange
but,
sneakers.
Yeah, too much ginger ale.
but
Oh wow.
yeah,
How you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing okay. Waiting
That's
for
good.
spring. Waiting for spring.
Oh yeah. Anything in the crystal ball for me today, Dave?
well, actually, yeah. What I'm gonna say is now, who I see somebody around you. There's it's sort of like a guessing game. I'm going to put it in the sense that a guessing game in the sense that because you know them well, so they're going to be not themselves, shall we say. And what they're going to do is they want you to sort of prod them to, to get to the bottom of it. So, and that's part of, I think it's sort of like part of what they enjoy. That like they want to, they're going to make sure that there's something going on. But then you're going to have to, it's not like, oh, what's the matter today? And blah, 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 blah. It's, you're going to have to sort of really pry it out of them a little at a time. And that's what they actually enjoy, part of that, doing that. So there you have it. By the way, I have the numbers 3 and 6. So whatever significance that has for you. And let's see if we have any letters. Like again, you might want to write down the 3 and 6. So
Yeah, I remember it.
and but what I'm going to say is write them down. When you get 6, play Powerball or Mega Millions.
yeah.
And then if you win like $1.9 billion, you could like take me out for dinner.
I'll buy you a crystal ball.
There you go. There you go. You could buy me 2, right? You could buy me 2. All right. So, well, before I give you here's letters all BCM.
BCM?
BCM. Yep. BCM. And then what else I'm going to say is who's the ice cream freak? Who likes to go out for ice cream cones, or who has ice cream cones?
Oh, my husband likes ice cream.
Well, I see that there too, so there you go. But anyway, there you have it. And like I said, poor me, no inspirational quote today, no interesting fun facts, because somebody...
Well, you have a fun fact. You went on a trip, you're talking about your trip and all these beautiful things.
Oh, that was amazing. You should see how clean it is down there. And it's like I was telling this, you could eat off the subway floor. Not that I will, but you know what I mean. You don't see litter or anything. Nobody throws stuff down.
Well, that's
It was
wonderful.
amazing. And get this, a subway ride was only 12.5 cents.
Wow.
Imagine
That cheap.
that
And
cheap.
now you come back and the gas prices are going skyrocket.
I know they went up a quarter since I went away. What's going on with that?
And it's going to go higher, they said.
I don't know why he don't let them drill here. That's what gets me about this joker.
Well, because they're changing the fuel over from the summer to the winter to the winter to the summer.
Oh, they're always thinking up something. Well, we could take the winter.
Yeah.
We could take the winter fuel. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. Because they have to make the gas heavier for the cars in the winter and lighter for the cars in the summer.
Why do they make it heavier in the winter for when it snows out so you have traction?
I think it's because Biden needs a new helmet.
You're probably right.
So when he
A lot
falls
of people
down,
need something new,
Yeah.
if you ask me.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't know which way we're turning.
no.
That's exactly right. I know. So, well, all right, here we go again. So, what's up with the mushrooms?
My husband likes them in the sauce.
Do you have it? I just seen mushrooms here, and you don't seem to me to be the type that eats magic mushrooms, so.
Oh, I don't know
I
about
don't
that.
do that. No.
That's not
I
what
know what
we
you're
heard.
talking about.
That's not what we heard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
Right,
heard you eat a couple of mushrooms and then run down the highway screaming.
Oh, no, not
Yeah.
me. Oh, no. I have a big smile all the time. I'm the energy lady, remember?
Yep.
That's right. Hey, and then I'm just going to say one more thing that I see down the line. Just you'll see somebody you know is going to fall, and it's not you.
Biden.
Somebody no, and it's a female with long hair. I see
Yeah?
her. I see her taking a spill. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
yeah, and it's not serious, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She saw, one of
Oh,
those,
boy.
not a, you fall and break your hip or an arm or
Yeah,
a leg.
just a fall.
Yeah. So
Well, who knows?
I know. So this is pretty active today. I'm surprised. Sometimes it's not. Maybe because it's been, just lying for 2 weeks. So
That's
it's
because
glad.
I'm the energy lady and I spike it up.
There you go. You're exactly right. Your energy is downloaded in this.
It is.
So I know.
Well, I'm glad you had a wonderful time.
I
Stay
did.
happy, healthy, and strong.
Thank you.
And Anthony, your paintings are beautiful. And keep up the good work.
I will. I brought one in today.
Well, I'll have to see it.
Okay, I'll put it up when Dave wants.
All right, he will.
I
Dave
will.
likes anything like that. You know Dave likes that.
I do. I sure do.
Right, Dave?
That's right. Okay, energy.
All right, have a wonderful night. Yep.
Thank
bye.
you. Bye-bye. She didn't say God bless everyone today. Oh, no. We might as well show it now that we brought it up, and you can describe what it is and tell the people what it is. And
Okay. It's I'm working on a butterfly collection. I'm trying to get 50 so I can eventually have a one-man show. And this is a monarch, 2 monarchs. It's acrylic on paper, and eventually it's going to be matted and hopefully framed. And this is just one. I think I haven't really counted them yet, but I'm getting close to 20 now. But I would like to have 50, but it's been so long, a couple of years, that I'm thinking, maybe I'll just have 25. But this is acrylic on paper, and I took it from a photograph that a friend of mine took, John Mitchell, Cheryl Mitchell's husband, years ago. And I just loved it when I saw it, so I added a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But I like it. You can see there's 2. The other one's hiding behind the flower there. But this is nature again. And this is part of my frustration. I want spring to happen so fast. You get so uptight.
so now, when you start a painting like this, like where do you start with the butterflies?
Yeah, usually, yeah. You start with the main focus. If you're doing a paintings on butterfly, of course, you want the butterfly to stick out.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I'll go by photographs. I want something that's taken in nature.
Yeah.
Someone that I know, friend or whatever. Then what I do after that is I'll add things or subtract things.
Yeah.
I may want to change this or change that, but I always have permission from the photographer to do that. Because some photographers will say to me, you can paint this, but I don't want to see any greeting cards, because it's my subject matter, and I'm giving you verbal communication
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and permission. So you respect that, because photographers they're artists too.
That's
I
right.
mean, face
That's
it, some
true.
of them have taken beautiful, beautiful photos. Like when I saw this, John just gave it to me and said, I know you like butterflies, and I do.
And me, I love butterflies.
It's
Yeah.
it's because there's so many of them. We have no idea.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Hi, it's the energy lady. She's back again.
Wow, I could have
God
sworn.
bless everybody. You
Oh.
said I forgot to say God bless you and everybody too.
That's right, because you always say it and you didn't. So thank
I
you
thought I did, but
See, now you did. Thank you, energy lady. Ta-da! Now the call is complete.
okay.
All right. Thanks again.
All right, I'll let you go.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right. Ta-da! So that matter's resolved. So go ahead, because you were.
So like I say, you have to be careful. There's so many copyright laws. Now, there was a photographer that tried to sue another photographer. This has been years ago. For taking photographs of the Statue of Liberty. Well, it didn't last very long in court. Bottom line is, you know how many photographers have taken pictures of the Statue of Liberty?
Me.
So this
Yeah.
judge just ruled in favor of the defendant, saying that the same thing. The Statue of Liberty is photographed by thousands of people every year.
Every day.
Yeah,
Right.
whatever. So you can't say, that's like saying, I'm the only one that can photograph a lion or a bird. And some photographers get to the point where they figure they own it all, and their ego gets a little big. So I, as a member of the Manchester Artists Association, I've been a member of that group for about 30 plus years. We had a lawyer come in and explain the law. He said the only bad thing about copyright laws is that they change a little each year. There's always something to add to it or maybe amend it or but the bottom line is respect. So like when a photographer says, here, you can use this as a reference. Like I've got one of my students that took a beautiful photograph of a viceroy butterfly in her backyard. I mean, the picture just came out. I had to paint it. It was one of those, I got one look at it, and she looked at me and she knew that I wanted to paint it, so I did. I put it on a piece of slate, and the thing sold within the first. It was an online sale thing. Well, get what I send you and hopefully Scott, and see if you guys like anything.
Oh, yeah. When's that starting again, by the way?
It's going to start at the end of April
Oh, okay.
or the 2nd of May, and it only runs until the 11th.
All right. Well,
But-
we're near the end of April.
Yes,
Right?
well, it's not quite yet there. I mean, really the end of
Oh,
April.
okay.
So it could be the 28th, 29th,
Oh,
around
all
in
right,
there. Or they could wait until May 2nd when
All
it
right.
opens up.
Okay.
But that gives me something to do. When you try and sell your paintings here in Manchester, we don't have the galleries that we used to. We have 2 that just opened on Hanover Street.
I know what that is.
Mosaic, and the other one I can't remember, but they're all in the same room, and they're run by the same people. And then there's Creative Framing. That's the only art gallery. Wait a minute, there's another one on Elm. But years ago, there used to be 5 or 6 or 7 different places that you could go to try and sell your paintings. So what I decided to do was I'm going to continue to paint and frame paintings, but they're not going to be as big as I used to paint. I think the largest I'm going to go will be 11 by 14 or maybe 16 by 20. But I want to stay small because nowadays these galleries are saying, well, I don't have enough room,
Oh, yeah.
so they have to limit the size, and I understand that. Just like the Crafters Guild in Bedford, I'm a member of that, and we do our online sales, but our headquarters is the old Bedford Library, and it's old, like from the 1800s.
Oh, nice.
But
Yeah.
it's too small. You
Oh.
can't. You can. I mean, you just can't put what you want to put in. You can't have like 15, 20 big paintings on the wall anymore. So you got to be careful. So that's why I decided to do greeting cards. So I have someone photograph my original work,
Yeah.
and then I have Copy Express, and they do a good job of making greeting cards, and that's what I do now. So if I do any more paintings, like I'll probably do, I'll see how many butterfly paintings I do have, but I'm going to stay about this size or even
I
smaller.
like that. That's a good size. I don't really like big ones either anyway, but I like that size. To me is perfect.
Yeah.
And smaller.
Yeah, it's I love doing it. I think I have some greeting cards made of this too, but I don't have up for sale for the spring fair, which I'm doing now. And I'm designing all new stuff, which will be up for sale. They're butterflies,
Oh,
but they're
nice.
all brand new. I haven't put any new stuff in there in a couple of years, and I decided the next one will be the Harvest Fair, and I'm gonna have new
The
paintings
one that's
for
coming
that.
up, you mean?
No, this is the Spring Fair. And
Oh.
it runs from May 2nd to May 11th.
Yeah.
And then we're taking the summer off, and come October, we'll have the Harvest Fair.
And that's where the new stuff is coming?
No, the new stuff will be in the spring,
Oh.
in the spring show.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Not too bad. Welcome back.
Ah, thank
Hey.
you, Mary. Tomorrow, 5, same place, same time. Cruising with Mary. Mary, how are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
All right, well, that's good. How are the kiddies?
They're doing good. They're
Oh.
doing good, Miss Kitty and everything. And my Ladina's sitting next to me.
Nice. And how, I was just going to, now I forgot what I was going to say because I started looking in here for you. See, I was going to ask you something, and I'm looking in here to relate something to you. So there you go. Now I forgot what I was going to ask you. Anyway, well, we'll start with anyways. Any guests tomorrow, Mary?
No, the one was supposed to come in tomorrow. I had to cancel till next month. That's okay.
Ah, that is all right.
Yeah.
And of
And I
course,
know this person, so that if something comes up, and it's okay.
Yeah.
When someone calls in and says, I'm going to come in and never shows up, or they call 5 minutes ahead of time, I can't make it, and you're at the show already,
well,
Well, at least they call her.
I know. I confirmed with someone this morning. I won't mention any names, but I told you his show used to be on before this one. I confirmed with him this morning, and he was telling me it was going to be him and one or two other people, plus Anthony. So I figure I didn't do any interesting fun facts today because I figure with 4 people, it's not going.
Yeah,
Let everybody have a go with the microphone, but.
yeah.
And even after confirming this morning, look at this.
There you go.
Right, see, it's a good thing I know Anthony's reliable, so there you have it.
He's
I know.
You can call on Anthony.
I know. Hey, I have a question for you, what I'm seeing in there. Who's the sort of, I hate to say it, but it's not really bad, but who's like the sneak? Who do you know that's the sneak?
I know somebody.
See?
Yep.
Because I could see it loud and clear in here. It's funny that,
Yep.
it's an open, there's no other way to put, I don't think it's really nasty, but
Yeah.
that's them.
Yep.
That is too funny. That is too funny. Let's see if we can get any, this is very active today, which is kind of nice. Like I said, it was probably upset it was sitting around for a few weeks without
You
anything.
didn't do nothing with me. Now I'm going to tell you everything.
I know, really. I know. Let's see if I can get any letters for you. Hold on. Well, Z-E. Z like zebra and then an E.
The E I do.
easy,
The
maybe.
Z, I'm not sure, but the E, I definitely know
Yeah,
the E.
yeah, nice a nice. By the way, a nice sturdy E, shall I say, a nice sturdy E, and then all right, EW. I'm also seeing the letters EW in there. So we,
Yep,
EW, and
yep.
let me see if I can get. Let's see if we can get any Powerball numbers out of here. It's, it is. It's this thing's really going today. Wow. All right, and then I'm gonna also, and this is coming up if it hasn't already. Who's sort of like they're always you always have to sort of be building this person up, and it's always got to be about them, and they're like, who's the oh poor me that you wouldn't believe this, and you wouldn't
Yes.
like they're the only ones that
Yes.
have.
Oh my God, yes. I know two people. Just like that.
But that's,
Oh my God.
I could see it, you know, it's like think they're the only ones that have burdens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is too funny. So I see them around you also, there you have it, and I'm still trying to get some, let me see if I can get some numbers out of here. See, now that I wanted to, it's.
I know, I won't do it.
Right, but hold on, let's see. No, wait a minute. What's with all the geese? What's with all the geese around? Do you have a lot of Canada geese in your neighborhood or something?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Yeah, across the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they have to fight with them to keep them out of the pool.
All right, that is too funny. Too funny. I'm not giving up until I get a couple of numbers out of here for you. Hold on. All right, here we go. 5, 6. 5, 6.
5, 6?
Yeah,
Pick up sticks.
there you go. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. So if that means anything to you, then I'm getting SG, the letters S, the letter S, and then the letter G. So if you can make anything with that, but there you have.
Yep, I do. Yep, that's Massachusetts.
All right, and then finally VME. What?
The V, I'm not sure, but the E, I'm definitely know who it is with the E.
Right, it's
That I do know with the E.
too much. Unbelievable. So now on your show tomorrow, by the way, is there enough, is it easy with like you and three of your people coming on, like with Mary and Jim and Anthony?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. If you have time and you can make it, pop in.
Oh, I might tomorrow. That I just might. Hopefully, if I remember, I will. No. Now during your show, do you have a favorite caller, Mike? See, mine is yellow. See it?
Call a what?
Do you have a favorite color, Mike, that you use? See it? Look around.
Yeah.
I like the yellow. It's my favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
Which color do you use?
That's usually the one I use right there.
Oh, and Anthony, I guess blue for boys. Right?
Cool.
See? Look at that.
I like those mics better than I do the other mics that we used to have.
Well, I
It's
know
much
those
easier.
these big squonky things. Well, I know because sometimes, you watch the monitor and the next thing you look up at the monitor and the microphone was blocking you.
Yeah. No, I like it better. I like those
Yeah.
those type of mics better than I did the other mics.
Yeah, well, I know, and it's, you can move around. If you hit the table, you don't.
You hear it, bing.
Right, but remember before, if you hit the table, you get the message.
Hands off the microphone.
Don't bang, stop banging. I know. So none of that anymore, but yeah. I know. I know. So, Mary, the trip was awesome. It was unbelievable down there.
I bet.
It was amazing. I wish I knew how to, display photos. I took a ton of photos, It was just,
Wow,
it
that'd
was,
have been nice.
yeah, it was just amazing. We'll have to go out for lunch and I can bore
Yeah.
everyone with the photos.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, let's get together for lunch again sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to make it for next month.
Well, it's almost next month, so that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just way too much right now going on right now.
Uh-huh. Well, Mary, these letters are popping up unbelievable. Why I? I know I'm getting the letters why I. They keep popping up for you. Whatever that.
Why I do. I know.
Unbelievable. See?
Yeah, those I know.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
there you go. I could probably keep going on for an hour, which I'm sure you must have heard me say. I'll do it, my neighbors, because I really
Yeah.
enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
I'll start staring into the thing, and it's like the next thing you know, it's like 45 minutes, an hour later, and and it's like they're saying then they're asking me different questions about what I said. I go, I don't remember what I told you. I sort of just
Yeah.
spiel it all out. So, but yeah, that's funny. All right, I'm not
know.
going to look anymore. I blocked it off. Otherwise, I'd keep going for the whole rest of the show, Mary. So
Alrighty.
tomorrow, 5 to 6 p.m., Cruising with Mary. Tune in. It's always fun and laughs and interesting. All right.
Yeah, you never know what we're going to talk about.
There you go.
What's
All
going on.
right.
Alrighty. Talk to you guys later.
Okay,
Mary.
thanks for calling, Mary. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
And now I'm getting and Mary, you're still there. Unbelievable, really. Number 3, so whatever that significance to you.
Three
Still
Stooges.
going. There you go. And 58 also the number 5 and the number 8. It's unbelievable. All right, I'm not going to look at it because I'll keep going and going. Do you want a reading? So, I want to go back because I never knew that, but you said you're self-taught, right?
Right.
So, now, where did you sort of like have this sort of get a message about you got an interest in sort of art, painting or drawing, whatever term you use, I don't know. But, and then what? And then you just say, let me give it a go? Something said give it a go?
Yeah, when I was growing up, like most kids my age,
Yeah.
you watched cartoons. And you had, then Walt Disney characters came out.
Yeah.
So at school, you'd see some of the students were trying to draw Mickey Mouse or Yogi Bear. And that's what got me going. And for some reason, I stopped because you're getting older and you're moving on to the next grade.
Yeah.
And life takes over. So I kind of put it away, and then I got it out again.
Uh-huh.
And I just had this urge to do it. I really can't explain, except I've always wanted to do human figures and faces and different animals. And one thing led to another, so like I said, I think it was, in the 80s, I did signs. I lived in Nashua, and I worked for a real estate company,
Uh-huh.
and I was painting apartments and whatever. And I got into making signs for businesses, hand-painted signs.
Yeah.
I remember on Canal Street, right across from Sanders Corporation,
Where was that?
Nashua.
Oh, yeah.
And the name of the place was Derringer's. So this guy had heard about me making signs for different real estate companies.
Yeah.
And I used to put lettering on them and the whole bit. And so I ended up doing a Derringer, a big gun, and then some fancy lettering saying Derringers. And
Was it a gun store?
No, it was
Oh.
a restaurant,
Oh.
pizza and
Uh-huh.
all that, and so I ended up doing that until my job took over, and I had to spend more time doing it because the company I worked for at that time was called Banda Properties,
Yeah.
and they just bought the YMCA, and they just bought this. It was during the big real estate gush, I call it, of the 80s,
Yeah.
where people were buying buildings. Usually they were like $150,000, $200,000. They were getting them for like 60 and 70.
Yeah.
So they were jumping on them. And I had worked for, oh my gosh, for a long time. But eventually I started doing, I got into astrology, signs, astrological signs, because people would say, can you do a painting? I'm a Taurus, or I'm an Aries,
Yeah.
or I'm, Scorpion, or Virgo, whatever. And I did that for a little while. Then I got into in 1980 or 81, I got into the National Artists Association,
Yeah.
and I started painting all kinds of little things. Like, it's been so long, I can't really remember what I started to paint. But then eventually, the thing that got me going was in 1991, the economy fell. In fact, Banda Properties went under, all these real estate companies just fell because they were buying up so much, and it got to the point where they had extended themselves too far out. They grew too fast, too big.
Yeah.
And then when the economy got bad, it all fell. People couldn't afford to rent. And it just all fell. So I remember that was the first time I got laid off from work. I was working for a construction company in Boston, and they were stationed in right outside of Nashville. I can't even remember the name of the little town there. But anyway, I got involved with this company, loved the work,
Yeah.
down in Boston. I mean, I'm painting $50,000 apartments and,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, just wealthy people, and I'm having a good time. And then it all fell again, really bad. And so I ended up on welfare for the first time. So they put me in the soup kitchen that we have here in Manchester. And one day,
You mean to volunteer or to go eat?
no, in order for them to pay my rent and for me to get food
well,
stamps,
okay.
you had to work for it,
Oh, yeah. That's.
which didn't bother me at all. I
Right,
worked
yeah.
all my life.
Uh-huh.
So I go in, applied for welfare. They accepted me. I ended up at the soup kitchen, and we were doing everything from sweeping the floors to cleaning the walls to whatever. And one day, as the workday was over, we were all going home, and one of the people said, you know what, we need to find a muralist, because I want a mural painted in my office. Well, I said to myself, this beats cleaning toilets. So I ended up doing, oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 murals at the soup kitchen. Not getting paid for it, but getting my rent paid, and they paid for all the paint. And then after that, I ended up doing one of the best murals I've ever done was St. Joe's School of Nursing. It's the biggest mural I'd ever done.
Where is that?
It's in Nashville.
Uh-huh.
And it's a nun with some children, and it's a Canadian nun that actually started the School of Nursing.
Uh-huh.
And then I didn't get anything for 10 years.
Wow.
From
That's a lot.
95 till 2005, nothing. So I thought, oh well, but I was doing stuff at home,
Yeah.
small stuff. And the next thing I know, I ended up doing 2 murals for the city of Manchester. And they were in the city offices off Elm Street. And after that, I did a big one down on the corner of Elm and Mechanic Street, down by the YMCA. That's 600 square feet. It lasted 15 years, and then
Wow.
it's been painted over last year. But I've got paintings and murals in this city that have been there for a good 5, 6+ years. Nobody has destroyed them, which makes you feel good. See, murals are for everybody. When I do a mural, it's for everybody. It's not just for, this person or that. It's for everybody. I didn't do any last year because of the weather. He just didn't.
I hope
call
we
me.
don't have a repeat this year.
Oh, I hope not. It was either too hot or it rained. And you can't work on a mural outside on a building in that kind of weather. You just can't. It's either going to be too wet or it's going to be too hot, and that affects the dry time for the paint. It's just not good. But this year I'm hoping that I get one. I've been working for the same guy, Shou Wang. He owns real estate in the city, and when I first started doing murals,
Is he related to Wang, the computer people?
no, he said that he wanted peaceful murals.
Yep.
He wanted no violence, so everybody would be included. He loved animals. He traveled to Africa and South America. He's been everywhere.
Wow.
And the last big mural that I did for him, I worked with Debbie Curtin, a friend of mine. And I've known Debbie since Eagle Eyes and Cheryl Mitchell. And
What's that? Eagle Eyes, since
well,
Eagle Eyes.
Eagle Eyes was founded by Cheryl Mitchell. In 2006, there was a police officer murdered in Manchester. And she got up one morning to go to work at Rite Aid, which she'd been doing for years, and she almost stepped on Michael Briggs. He was dead in her backyard.
Wow.
So she started Eagle Eyes to get the neighborhood to realize we got to stick together. We've got to fight crime, and let's do murals and involve the children. And so I had just gotten laid off again in 2008 because of the economy. Thank you, Mr. Bush. And anyway, I ended up working for AmeriCorps Vista for 3 years. They flew us to Washington and Chicago, and they did security checks to find out, your background and this and that. Well, when I got home, I got a letter in the mail, and it said, your job will be art. And I said, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So it was the first time I'd ever been on a salary where I got paid every 2 weeks. But that's where I met Cheryl. And we worked with Cheryl and did murals all over not Cat Alley, but
So I finally know where that is now.
just everywhere. And then it just kind of grew, and I've been doing murals ever since. Like last year was the first year I haven't done anything in I don't know how long. But I'm hoping that I do.
Yeah.
And if not, I'm going to keep painting anyway. I'm not in it, I'm self-taught. I'm not in it to get rich and famous.
Yeah.
I just enjoy doing it. I'm part of 3 art groups right now. I just turned 74, and I need something to keep me going. You've got
Like
to have
we all
something
do.
to do. Yeah,
I agree.
I remember when I was like
We only got 1 minute left, then we got to start.
in my 20s.
Yeah.
My grandfather and father both used to tell my brother and I and my sister, when you get older and you retire, make sure you have something to do that you love to do. You're the boss, or you'll die early.
I agree with it.
Yeah. So that's art keeps me going. I just got my first book cover last year.
I remember that. Yep.
Yep.
Good for you.
Yep,
And we
good.
don't have a lot of time left, so just remind them again who you are, because we got to.
So, well, I'm Anthony Williams. I'm an artist in town, and you know anybody that needs a mural, get in touch with me. Watch my show, Art Expressions, and you can get my email.
What about just getting in touch with you to
Yeah, same thing. We'll
paint their
work something
favorite
out.
photograph, right? Something like that? Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm David, I didn't know, did I say this? I'm David Spee, the reading guy. 603 at the beginning, 404-9338, biffid@yahoo.com. Stay tuned, always interesting, and sort of go at your show right after this. Rock, paper, hand grenades. Check them out. I hope next week we'll see what happens, but I got lots and lots of stories about Buenos Aires. It was just,
Bring the photographs in.
they're on my phone.
Oh,
If I had photographs to print, no, maybe I should do a few of them at Walmart, right? You can do them at Walmart, right? Pick them off your phone.
yeah, Rite
That's-
Aid.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do anyway. So, rock, paper, hand grenades, that's that. And please, 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 which, by the way, the stories will be fun, about Buenos Aires. It was just incredible. And always, please, remember two things, and they're both very important, especially in an election year for this one. You can't be dumb if you want to be free. Let it sink in, please. And just as important, more importantly, you are a winner.